So I realize now that I committed myself to sharing some of this process as we walk through it, that many people that have been in my life since I've been a child might be thoroughly confused as to where I'm at and what's going on and the spiritual references and all of that. 'Cause I was born and raised of Jewish faith. Went to Hebrew school, confirmation, bat mitzvah, USY, tutored people, can read Hebrew fluently, but I don't know what any of it means. Can sing a bunch of prayers that I feel connected to because of the vibration of them, but most of them I don't actually even know what the words mean, even after all those years, which is ironic. And for whatever reason, my life took me into laying hands on people as part of helping them heal. And in doing so, I've had experiences on all realms that I really cannot explain many of. But it has taught me to trust in the unseen realms and that there is something happening in ways that many of us really can't necessarily wrap our heads around, even when we're having them. And I feel so blessed and lucky to have had my time with the Upledger Institute and my craniosacral upbringing and working in a group intensive where I got to see how everybody's process really is intertwined, and that one person's healing and one person's pain helps support, share, and contribute to another person's healing and sharing. And all of the years and years of holding space for people in their own belief systems and letting them tap into whatever spiritually nourished their body, mind, soul alignment. And several years back, well, actually many years back, when I was still at Upledger, which is, at least 16 years now, so probably 17, 18 years ago, we had a family that was coming through to check out our intensive program for their son, who was a veteran and severely disabled in the conflict and fighting for our country. And the parents were looking at facilities to see where they could find him the best support. And one of my mentors asked me to take the mom and treat her in a private treatment room. And I was still pretty new, rookie, I think, especially in confidence level. And she was beyond hysterical. I mean, just inconsolable, waves of just grief and sobbing and, guttural crying and screaming. And I was alone thinking, I can't do this. There's just no way. Why did they ask me to do this? I cannot handle this. So as I struggled with my own confidence, and she got on the table and she's still in those waves, and I was like, I don't know what I said to myself, but I was just like, I don't think I can do this. I need help. Somebody come help me. And I felt a hand on my shoulder, my right shoulder. And I thought one of my mentors came in, and I was so grateful. And I took a big breath and I said, thank you. He said, I'm Jesus. And I said, I'm Jewish, right? And he laughed and he said, so was I. And nothing like that to throw a moment into a healing process. So I was just beyond confusion and still in this space of not knowing what to do. And he said to me, put your hands here and here. And I was directed to put a hand under her low back, her sacrum, and one under her head, and move my chair to that position. And this would be the parts of me that are resistant to being open at the time. I argued with Jesus as he was telling me this, and he said, would you just do it, please? And so I finally listened, and as I did so, I moved my chair and I put my hands where I was being directed to put my hands. She instantaneously got calm and peace and said, I feel like Jesus is carrying me. And so for me, that was inexplainable beyond measure, but obviously stuck with me. It was profoundly healing for her, and was an experience that profoundly changed my understanding of healing to the next level. And over the past however many years, I've had opportunity for all degrees of oneness to be shown to me in the highest realms of people's healing, but specifically Jesus has come probably more times than I can know, but several times that really have stuck out to me, where not only did I experience his presence, but it was verbalized by the patient on my table, validating that there's something happening for them at the same time. And so, for whatever that's worth, it's undeniable. So take that for what it's worth for yourself, but I know that as I continue to bring people into my life, and as I evolved in my own connection to myself and my divine self, I've called it different names throughout the years. The important thing is that I know what alignment feels like, and I do believe that there is this holy trinity of body, mind, spirit, God, Jesus, spirit, working in all of us, with all of us. And you might have different names, but for me, that's really become an important place of strength to lean on. And I don't do labels very well. Years ago, somebody gave me a book talking all about Messianic Judaism, and it did not resonate at all with me. There's something energetically, I don't like labels. I've never liked labels. I don't like containers. Everybody has to find what works for them. And I know what works for me, and in trying to remedy this for myself over the years, because of the programs that we have about religion and what we're supposed to do and what it looks like, how I really came to remedy it was just because of what I know it to be inside of myself. And we really stopped to think about it from a learned perspective. If you know history and you know biblical history, Jesus was Jewish, right? He was trying to tell everybody what was going on and how they were getting it all wrong. The Jews kept getting it all wrong over and over, and the Pharisees were just, he was rebelling against all of that. And I guess I would have been in some way the Jew that was following him at that time, trying to really ultimately get what he was trying to share about just come back to love. That's really what it's all about. It's all about that we have the potential, the laying on of hands, the potential to heal. The potential is so great for each and every one of us if we just can tap into that place within ourselves.